and welcome to the Game Shed with me, Jamie. You all know I don't like making vlogs. That's because I generally can't be fucked with them, and even more so recently because, well, I have nothing to fucking talk about. Why? Well, I'm jobless. I'm hunting for jobs all the time, and therefore one would think I have nothing else to talk about. I've got to say that being jobless has actually evolved me. It has changed me. You see, before, when I had a job, I had a purpose, and that purpose was to go to work, partake in the daily ritual of commuting, get to work, fulfill my job role, and start again the next day. Now, my life has completely changed, and because I've lost that sense of purpose, my other abilities have started to evolve, much like Daredevil, if you will. He lost his sight and he heightened his senses, both his awareness and his hearing, and that is what I have done. I have become a busybody, middle-aged bastard neighbour, and I think it's maybe about 20 to 30 years too early. I have evolved at that rate. For example, I have called the council to complain about my neighbours. I have also called the council to complain about the recycling, and I have started to teach people a lesson on eBay. So firstly, I called the council because of a party that was happening down the road from my house a couple of weeks ago. So I got in touch with the council, and I phoned them and I said, look, some people are trying to sleep. And they said, all right, we'll send someone out. About an hour and a half later, so about 1 in the morning, my phone rings. And I'm here. My missus, she's got earplugs in and she's trying to sleep, okay? She's trying to sleep. And the whole purpose of this is to let her sleep so she can get her adequate 7 to 8 hours sleep so she can work. My phone call at 1:30, I'm in this room, sat here where I am sat now, and I'm kind of whispering on the phone, and the phone call starts with, hello, is that Jamie? I say, yes, it is. Hi, who's this? He introduces himself as Mr. Jones. Now, warning sign should have rung right there. Anyone who won't give their first name, who introduces themselves in this day and age as Mr. Such and Such, what is this, a fucking Sherlock Holmes mystery? I mean, why are we so formal? Are you wearing a bowler hat to do your job? He was the council noise violation officer. Now, he was on my road. I had to direct him to where I thought the party was. Now, I am in the top floor of these apartments here, and looking out of my window, I couldn't see where the party was. I could sort of gauge where it was coming from. It was coming from about 5 doors down, and I indicated where he was standing on the street to where I thought the party was. I got a phone call back about half an hour later, and he said the following. Hello, it's Mr. Smith or Mr. Jones or whatever the fuck his name was. I am standing outside where I think you told me to stand, and I can hear some light banter, some chatter, and that is all. I said to him, are you kidding me? Bear in mind, at this point it was 30 degrees, it was very hot that week, very, very hot. Okay, it might have dipped to about 28 degrees by 1 AM, so I had my window open. I said, are you mad? All I can hear is the Macarena right now. I said, would you like me to hold my phone out of the window so you can sync it up with what you are hearing with your ears? He said, there is no music. I said, there is music. He said, well, if I could come into your apartment, I can gauge it for myself. I said, no, that will be defeating the purpose of this telephone call, which is to allow my wife to sleep. He said, well, I can't do anything unless I can come into your apartment. And I said, what good will that do? He said, well, then I can gauge where the music is coming from by seeing from your window. I said, you cannot see from my window, there are trees in the way. You will not be able to see. He said, well, let me gauge that for myself. I said, no, because my wife is sleeping, you cannot see, I am telling you that. He said, well, sorry, His actual words: "We don't all have the luxury of living in a top floor apartment." I said, "Sorry, what's that meant to mean?" He said, "You heard." I said to him, "Okay, you're telling me I can see the party that I am complaining about and will not let you into my house. I am telling you I cannot see that party. There's no need for you to come in my house and wake my wife up." He said, "Well, we're going to have to beg to differ on this point." I said, "Are you calling me a liar?" He said, "Well, make of it what you will." I said, "You fucking mug." And I hung up the phone. And the party carried on until about 6 in the morning. So, that was the start of my ragey incidents. Sorry, it's a bit of a long story, but that is where all my pent up rage and anger began. The next day, I decided, whilst moaning at my local council, I would have a word with them about the communal recycling. That is outside my house. Now, it hadn't been collected since I got back from my honeymoon and was overflowing from the 3 big industrial sized bins. It was a fucking nightmare. So I went onto the council website. When's the recycling meant to come? And they have a timetable for our block here, and that timetable says they should come every single Friday. Okay, so I've been back from honeymoon for 3 weeks. They hadn't been in at least 3 weeks, so I penned them a quick email. "Hello, could you please tell me why you are not adhering to your own timetable and collecting the recycling?" This was on a Thursday, okay? They're meant to come every Friday. I said, "You haven't been in at least 3 weeks, just please tell me why." I got an email back on Friday morning, first thing Friday morning, saying, "Hi, I apologise, we are sending a refuse team on Saturday." It's Friday morning now, I sent it Thursday, they're sending a refuse team on Saturday to collect the recycling. Friday afternoon, the recycling people come and empty the 3 massive industrial sized bins, as per their usual rota. So I thought, okay, she didn't mean Saturday, she meant Friday. Happy, I'll leave it, whatever, it's fine. Saturday morning, the recycling men come and empty the 3 empty industrial size fucking bins. Now, is it just me, or would I not have been quite as angry about this if I hadn't suddenly developed this evolution of angry onset middle-aged busybody neighbour syndrome? I don't know, but it sounds like complete incompetence from my council. Anyway, so the third item I was talking about is eBay. How do you teach eBay people a lesson, and why would you want to? Why not is my answer to that question. I've been going on eBay recently, and I've done it twice now, to teach people a lesson who put on very shit games that will not sell ordinarily, who put them on with a reserve or no reserve price, a starting price of 1 pence. And free delivery. I only had a quick look for 2 games, and the first one, I haven't even opened this, right? I've got 2 packages in front of me, right? And I haven't even opened them. That's how unfucking bothered by this I am. Okay, this is the first one. This cost me 6 pence, okay? 6 pence, no shipping, nothing. 6 pence. And it cost the seller £1.28 to send it to me. Just to send it to me. The envelope, obviously you buy about 5 or 6 of these in a pack for about £1. So they've probably spent over £1.50 on just getting this to me in this condition, let alone the eBay seller fee. And I spent 6 pence. So I think I've very much taught them a lesson. I didn't even want the fucking game. I will never play it. Let's open it up. There it is. Look, it's Pro Evo 2009 for the PlayStation 3, and look, it's box complete. It's got everything there. There you go. So 6p. I came across another seller with free delivery, 2 first class stamps, so that also comes to £1.28 plus the bag. Sounds a bit loose in here. So this one cost me 11 pence. All right, so in total for these 2 games I've spent 17 pence. And let's open this up. These have been sitting around now for about 2 weeks. Oh look, it's another it's another CEX copy Pro Evo Soccer 2009, and look, this one, alright, fair enough. This one hasn't got an instruction manual, but I wasn't ever going to play it. This was just to teach this motherfucker a lesson. The disc looks like it's been used to do lines of coke with, but there you go. That is now gone. So that is just a quick update on how I've become such a grumpy bastard, but I'm quite enjoying it. I've decided to finally try and learn to play video games with a mouse and keyboard. That is to say, PC first-person shooters. I grew up as a console kid. I've only had a PC for gaming for the last about 3 years, and I've always avoided the mouse and keyboard combo. So Amazon sale came along, and I bought myself a Razer keyboard, mechanical Razer keyboard. So I thought that'll help. Everyone always goes on about them, and I've got like a 7-button mouse as well. Oh, this will be perfect. Mechanical keyboards, what's the hype? I don't get it. Is it really that much of a fucking difference? Does it really make that much of a difference? All I can tell you about the mechanical fucking keyboard is I can no longer type to people after my missus has gone to bed because it sounds like a fucking horse. There was only one real way I was going to definitely stick to using a mouse and keyboard for a game, and that was to purchase Overwatch on the PC. Overwatch is a game I played hours and hours and hours and hours of on the PlayStation 4, and I will say I've started to become a lot more confident with it. I've remapped my keys and it's starting to feel a lot more natural. I am hitting my targets. I am even trying to use some of the sniper classes like Hanzo or Widowmaker or even McCree in that, and it's really helping me, and I'm really starting to enjoy it and finding it a lot more natural now. I finally received my Zavvi Z-Box welcome box, and it's full of stuff in there. I won't be covering that on this channel because Mark also received the same welcome box, and he's got a video coming up, or has been released depending on when I release this one, showing you what's in that welcome box. In my last unboxing, mystery box unboxing video, it was the Zavvi Z-Box. I said I'm done with mystery boxes, but curiosity got the better of me. I've been watching mystery box unboxings on other channels now, and there was one box in particular that all of these YouTubers unanimously said is by far the greatest box. However, it had to be shipped from America. So, about a month ago, I decided to order one of their mystery boxes. The box in question is the BAM box, okay? It's kind of a geek culture box, and they offer all exclusive items, stuff direct from movies, autographs, just unique one-of-a-kind bits and pieces. And every video I've watched from these big YouTubers, they've always included in those boxes ultra rare exclusive items. So you get the box and it's got a card inside it that says whether you're a lucky winner of an ultra exclusive item or an additional item and whatnot. Every single video I've watched, they've always had one of these ultra exclusive items. So I got my BAM box through the post yesterday, and the theme is galactic or something, and it seems to hint at things like Star Wars and aliens. I've got that box. I don't know whether you guys would like to actually see me unbox that, but I might just do that. To see if it really is as good as everyone says. The next thing I've been doing, as you saw, I made an AGS 101 Game Boy Advance SP. Very happy with that build. It was about 28 to 30 degrees, so it took me a few days. The temperature in this games room does go up by a couple of degrees because of all the electric equipment, so it took me bloody ages to do that without melting. Enjoyed that so much that I've actually got another mod coming up in about a month that could be potentially better. I'm not sure yet, so keep your eye on our channel for that. My wife and I, about a week ago, went to this at the Science Museum. This is Power Up, 40 years of gaming, 160 consoles, game on. Didn't know what to expect because it had only just opened. In fact, I went on the 23rd of July, it only opened on the 22nd of July. So you pay £8, you go in, and you're given an hour and a half in this private exhibition hall. So the rest of the museum public aren't allowed in. Instant disappointment. Now, if you've got kids, you're not going to be as disappointed. However, I don't have kids, and I go to a lot of games expos. Now, all it was a room with consoles all around the outside with a little bit of information stuck to the wall. There weren't any exclusive games, there was nothing really happening. There was a big area dedicated to Minecraft. There was a central hub of about 20 consoles for a Halo tournament. There was one Oculus in the corner, NES, SNES, I mean every console you could think of. Fucking hell. Where's that come from? Don't sneeze and have... Don't have a coffee as you're sneezing. Oh, fuck. Dying over here. Fuck. I was most excited to see an Amiga CD32 because I haven't had one since they originally came out. And how did I celebrate playing an Amiga CD32? Well, the most natural way possible, by playing sensible soccer. A game which is obviously available on every other fucking system that requires absolutely no computing power at all. The exhibition had some bar top arcade units on one table, so about 4 machines. However, I was very disappointed because the manufacturer of those arcade machines had actually left their business card on the table for you to take. So it was more of a fucking, like an advertising slot than anything. There was no education there. It's a museum, you know, not a sales pitch. The reason I didn't like the exhibition overall is because it's, if you've ever been to Play, if you've ever been to the retro sections at EGX for example, it was just that on a much smaller scale, with a little bit of info about the console on the wall. Another thing that really fucked me off, museums are family friendly environments. Now they did have over 16s, no under 16s written on a lot of the games. Was anyone fucking checking it? No. Was Halo actually being played by all under 10-year-olds? Yes. Were the staff just walking around not giving a fuck? Yes. Very bad mismanagement there. Not happy. It had a shop in there, but the shop sold nothing unique that you couldn't get a lot cheaper on Amazon or Funstock or eBay or anywhere. They just massively inflated their prices. So overall, very shit. Not worth £8 if you just want to go down there and experience a unique gaming event about the history of gaming. You're not going to get that. So many of you have been asking why I haven't been streaming recently. Well, ever since I got back from my honeymoon, London has been hotter than the inside of a badger's anus. It is fucking roasting here. And as such, I can literally only sit down for about 20 minutes at a time inside my games room because it's that fucking hot. Even this video I've had to cut up and do in sections because I can't sit here without dripping like a tap. So that's the reason I haven't been streaming, because I physically cannot, because it's too fucking hot. But I have been trying to make lots and lots of content. So has Mark. We've got tons of new videos out there, like the AGS 101 tutorial, Mark's vlogs, my first look videos including Worms WMD, what else, We Happy Few. I've been doing my news videos. Now they take a hell of a lot of work, but I'm really enjoying doing them, and the feedback I'm getting from you guys is amazing. So every single Monday in the evening I will be releasing one of those. I'm up to, it'll be episode 5 this coming Monday. I'm really enjoying doing those. If you want to see any format changes or anything like that, or if you want anything added or taken away from there, do let me know. What I try to do with them is 6 items of news followed by 3 reviews of games which have come out in the last week. So let me know if that format works and if you like it. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is some of my pickups and what I'm going to be doing going forward. So as I said, these vlogs are not going to be regular from me. It's just here and there where I can be bothered, or where I've got something to say. I might give you the, while I'm still jobless, I might give you a regular update on my grumpy happenings on a daily basis. I don't know. So let me know what you want to see from me. That'd be good. But here are my pickups. So those of you who watched Mark's birthday vlog will have seen he got a couple of presents from me. One which was Fix-It Felix Jr., the Sega Mega Drive game, very pirated Chinese thing. I bought myself one as well. Of course I did. And I've played a shitload of this on the Mega Drive. I set up my Mega Drive and played it, and I love it. I really love it. It plays very much like a Game & Watch game. Very, very fun game. So if you can get hold of one of these, definitely do. It's really enjoyable. So that was a pickup I did about a month ago, I suppose, that only just made its way to me. A genuine Mega Drive game now. I don't know if I've shown this off in any of my videos before, but here's the Aquatic game starring James Pond and the Aquabats. And it's a multiplayer sports title, I think. There it is. Look at that. And look at the back. I have no idea what to make of this. I can't even remember how much I paid for this, but it was on eBay. Box complete. It's that old school EA cart with the big yellow tab on it. Here's an item I was sent by the lovely people at GameSir, and this is their latest controller. And this is for Android, it's for PC, it works on Samsung Gear VR, for example. This thing is bloody great. So I'm in the middle of making a review. So this is the G4 model GameSir pad. Now here's a few other bits I bought. I don't know why. Do not question why I bought these. Here's the first one. Look at that. It's Sabrina the Teenage Witch. The Twitch in Time. Oh, fucking hell. There it is. Doesn't that look shit? So if you want to see me play any of these games, let me know which one you want to see me play in the comment section below. This is the Land Before Time racing adventure, and this is for 1 or 2 player, so I'm hoping this is going to appear on the Sunday Versus at some point. Now on the side it just says racing adventure because they couldn't fit the Land Before Time racing adventure, because that would be ridiculous, but there you go. Winner, is it? Don't know. Go-karting madness, I hope. Oh no, not even go-karting, foot racing, dinosaur foot racing. There you go. So another one I got, and I only bought this because I've never seen it before. This is Chase the Express. Here begins the countdown to the annihilation of Europe. Sold. Know nothing about it. Looks like a third-person kind of action-adventure type game. Apparently this is a 2-disc game. I haven't even opened it yet. Yes, there are 2 discs in here. There you go. And the seller even put in a lump of foam. I'm actually quite looking forward to this game. Now I bought this after playing the ROM a shitload and thinking this would be perfect for the Sunday Versus. There it is. Scooter Racing. Alright, Scooter Racing. Now this has a different name actually to the ROM I was playing. I was playing the American version of this. The American version of this is called Razor Racing. Razor Racing? Why? I don't know. So it took me a while to track down this. So the European release was called Scooter Racing, obviously because you race scooters in this. You don't race razors, unless the American terminology for a scooter is a razor. Hey, I'm going out on my razor. I don't know. That was the worst accent ever, but never mind. So I bought this specifically to play on the Sunday Versus. I actually quite enjoy this. Think of Tony Hawk's, but a really shit version of that. That is this game. I also have this. Pokemon Y. Why? Well, since modding this AGS 101, the game that was to hand was this, or one of these, Pokemon Ruby or Diamond or Emerald or whatever the fuck it was. I had one of those to hand. I've never spent any time playing a Pokemon, and what with the whole hype surrounding Pokemon Go, I thought I'd put an hour and a half into the Pokemon game just to try and see what the hype is all about. And I started to enjoy it. I really did start to enjoy it. Not bad in the year 2016 to realise that you suddenly quite enjoy Pokemon. So I thought, you know what? Let's crack on. Let's find out what the best Pokemon game in terms of rating is. It's this, and give it a spin. So I picked that up very cheap, and it's only just arrived today, and I'm going to be spinning through that on my 3DS. So I booted it up earlier. I've played it for about half an hour, and so far so good. So far so good. So let me know what your favourite Pokemon game is. Maybe you don't play Pokemon. I do remember an ex-colleague of mine, he might be watching this video, a guy called Oliver. He's been harping on at me for years to play Pokemon, and I've always told him no. I found it a bit weird that you, as a child in the game, in a new village, would be entrusted to an old man who hangs around in the woods. I found that whole concept a little bit dodgy. But there you go. So videos coming up again on Monday. We will have the news from me. You've got an unboxing video from Mark, which will be a Zavi Z box, the same one I unboxed, but with the welcome box as well. If you would like me to unbox, or if I have a change of heart, the BAM box, mystery box, premium mystery box with exclusive goodies and autographs and all that shit in it, if you want to see me do that, do leave me a comment as well. Also the usual first look videos and first 15 videos and bits and pieces like that. And if the temperature drops by about another 5 degrees, I will try some streaming. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm gonna go and peep through my curtains and see what's happening outside, and probably write a complaint letter to someone about it. So until the next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.